This is the story of Abraham, Sarah, and Isaac. Abram was a righteous man who married a beautiful woman named Sarah. One day, the Lord spoke to Abram and said,
"Leave your country and go to a land I will show you. There I will bless you and make you into a great nation."
So Abram obeyed the Lord and set out on a journey with his wife Sarah. One night, as they were sleeping, the Lord appeared to Abram in a dream and said,
"Look up at the night sky and count the stars. One day your family will number more than that."
Many years passed, and Abram and Sarah lived happily serving the Lord. When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to him again and said,
"Abraham, I make this promise to you. You will be called a father of many nations. Your name will no longer be Abram, but you will be called Abraham. For I bless Sarah with a son. You will call his name Isaac."
Abraham laughed and said,
"How can a son be born to people our age?"
Sarah overheard what the Lord had said to her husband, and she too laughed and laughed.
"How can this be?"
But the Lord heard her laughter and said,
"Is anything too hard for the Lord?"
When Abraham was 100 years old, Sarah had a little baby boy named Isaac, just as God had promised. Several years had now passed, and Sarah's little baby Isaac had grown to be a young boy. God decided he would test Abraham. The Lord said,
"Abraham, take your son, your only son, whom you love, and go to a land called Moriah. Sacrifice him there as an offering to me."
Early the next morning, Abraham arose and saddled his donkey. He, Isaac, and his 2 servants set out for Moriah. They traveled far and long, and after 3 days' journey, they could see the place in the distance. Abraham said to his servants,
"Stay here with the donkey while Isaac and I go there to worship."
Isaac spoke up and said,
"Father, the fire and the wood are here, but where is the lamb for the sacrifice?"
God will provide the lamb. And they walked on. When they finally reached the place, Abraham built an altar and set the wood on it. He then picked up his son and laid him on the altar. Then suddenly an angel appeared and laid him on the altar. And called out,
"Abraham, do not lay a hand on that boy. Now I know that you fear God because you have offered your son, your only son, as a sacrifice.
Suddenly, Abraham heard the sound of a sheep. Abraham took Isaac off the altar and took the sheep, laid it on the altar, and sacrificed it unto the Lord. So Abraham called that place, "The Lord will provide." Then the angel of the Lord called to Abraham a second time.
Abraham, because you have done this and have not withheld your son, you and your family will be blessed above all people.
We had Joshua playing Abraham, Janet as Sarah, Shalyn and Rebecca as the narrators, Sheen as the fire, Jaden as God, Kevin as the tree, Cassie as the sheep, Richard as the donkey, Rachel and Abby as the angels, Jasmine as the servant, and Johanna as Isaac.